Calm this morning. And today, what we're going to be talking about is self-correcting bad theology, and it's this idea that God kind of builds into our heart a certain software program that helps us always kind of move our way through bad theology. And I want to start out a couple of things. One is we all probably have bad theology in there, beliefs about God that are not even remotely accurate. I mean, we sort of get an echo of the truth in a lot of our lives. Do we really fully ever understand it completely in a way that's life-giving? No, obviously we don't. So I don't want to say like there's bad people out there. There is bad theology. We all have part of it. I think any theology that moves away from the idea of these promises that we see again and again in the Bible, promises that this will be good news for all nations. The idea that really good theology is for everyone, and it's not just for a select few. It's not just for the select few who can understand it. That it's really for everyone. And from a Christian New Church perspective, that's where the beautiful teachings around Church Universal really come into play. And so there's this beautiful self-correcting part that we have, and that deals with love. So I want to read for you a passage here. And again, this is talking about Abraham, God showing him the pact, and then it's this idea of people getting invited into this covenant with God. And it's in here because I think Swedenborg's trying to say, like, and look, we're not all going to get it. We're not all going to get it the same way. Some people get it more than others, and we know that if you're in any kind of school, some students just get it, and some students it's more work. But that's okay because we're all in it together. And it's trying to address those people who think like, oh yeah, you know what, I can earn my way to heaven, and not that there aren't things we can do to earn our way into heaven or to live heaven. Now there clearly are, but it's this sort of transactional view that if I say the right thing, do the right thing, do the right ritual, that there's this checklist, and once I've checked them all off, then I can finally earn heaven, and then we're good. And that's not the way God works. Like God is much more about the transformative nature of love, not the transactional nature of love. So that's the gist of what it says here. So this is from Secrets of Heaven 2027. It is different with those who believe in all simplicity of heart that they were earning heaven and lived lives of love for their neighbor. They regarded the earning of heaven as a promise. Again, it's not an equation here. It's actually in their minds. It's a promise, and have no difficulty acknowledging it to be the result of the Lord's mercy. This is the natural consequence of a charitable life. And this is the line that I find really striking. Real charity loves everything that is true. There is the self-correcting of bad theology, that love actually is self-correcting of bad theology. So if we come from that love, that deep, deep, deep charitable part, it will, as the line says there, it will love everything that's true. So that part of you that really is good at serving, caring, compassion, and you all have those parts, that part will be able to actually know what is true and love what is true. So the bad theology over here or over here, it's just going to be the bad theology. And again, we all wrestle with it. I certainly don't want to ever say that we don't, or that one particular denomination has a corner on the market of good theology. That's just not true. I feel that all theologies have different perspectives that are so beautiful. But that when we come from love, that will absolutely love what's true. So let's just close with a short example. So last night I was having a wonderful time planning an interfaith wedding, Catholic groom, Jewish bride, and they want to break the glass at the end of the wedding as a tip of the hat to the Jewish tradition. And with breaking the glass, we're going to talk about tikkun olam, beautiful Jewish concept, the idea that the world is broken to a million pieces of light. Our job and our little time here on earth is to grab those little pieces of light that are ours to bring and to work towards the restoration of the world, bringing that light back to the center. It's a beautiful idea. And of course, once you hear that, like, that doesn't come from my theology, but that's theology. And guess what? That's really good theology. It's phenomenally good theology. I would preach that. I would try to live that. We're going to use that in their wedding. And that will self-correct any bad theology I might have, that simple idea. So that's what to think of, folks, today, is to think of that and imagine life lived into those kinds of ways. Where again, I'll just read you the line again because I find it really good. Real charity loves everything that's true. So that idea of that real charitable, loving, compassionate, service-oriented, humble part. And again, sometimes that'll mean making hard decisions. I feel like I always have to add that caveat. But that's the part that will always love what is true, what is actually very true at the end. And that is the self correcting essence of love that self corrects bad theology. So there is your thought for the day. I hope that makes a lot of sense, my dear friends. And what we're going to do now is we're going to shift gears. And when we shift gears here at New Church Live, we listen to a little prayer bell, we relax a little bit, we kind of still our minds and our hearts and our spirits, and just allow a little peace to wash over us. So with that, we're going to start with listening to a prayer bell. Then we'll do a little meditation, then a prayer, then a blessing, and then I'll say hi to folks on social media. So with that, dear friends, get a little breath. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and be still. Be. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, bring you peace, and bring you home. Amen. All right, dear friends, let's give a little cheery hello to folks and see how everybody is doing on this fine morning. All righty here. 4 comments right there. All right. Kate, good morning to you. I hope you're doing well. Linda, good morning. Yes, coming from love. That's the answer, the way. And I love, Linda, that you put the way with the capital W. That's it, right? And that's, boy, it's a whole sermon right there. Just, it's so important again and again to remember that original Christians called it the way. And that's interesting because that's this beautiful, I don't know, it has such a beautiful connotation, right? If that this is the way. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the light. That's where they get it and got it. And that idea that it's this way of living. And again, this self-correcting perspective of love. Very, very powerful stuff. And yeah, and should make us feel a little optimistic about the future, to be honest. All right, one more comment over there. Good morning, Sherry's dealing with a mild COVID shot reaction this morning. Better than the alternative. Be safe. Oh, that is so true. And a heater, I see you're watching us. Good to see you joining us there as well, buddy. So, friends, God bless. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you tomorrow as we close out the week. Take care, be safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have an inspirational day. Like our content? It's funded by viewers like you. Please consider becoming a sustaining supporter of New Church Live today.